Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Thursday, November 29th, 2012. Thanks for tuning in. Let's take a look at these charts here. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. What you're going to see here is that the futures are trading higher by 8.25 points, continuing from yesterday's rally to around 14.15 and a quarter, right around that 14.15 level. But either way, it's a pretty good move and a pretty good solid base right here being built overnight on the futures. They did dip briefly around 2 o'clock in the morning. Then you can see they moved right back up and they've gone sideways. Now we know one thing from experience, and that tells us if the market is up, the U.S. dollar index is probably lower. Let's take a look at the dollar. The dollar is trading lower by about 25 cents at the moment to $80.10. And a nice little fall on the dollar. Dollar down, market up. That's kind of the way it works. And keep this chart on your watch list at all times. Most important chart out there is the U.S. dollar index chart. If you don't have a chart of the U.S. dollar index, you can use a chart of the UUP. This will work better once the opening bell rings at 9:30, but there really is no better chart than the U.S. dollar index at this moment. Now remember, when a dollar drops, the market pops, and vice versa. So that's the way it works. Let's take a look at oil and gold out here today. You do have both trading higher. Both are inflating. Yesterday, gold sold off sharply. Today, it's up $11 to $1,730 an ounce. Let's go to the GLD. GLD is a good proxy for gold. You can see it trading up a little bit this morning, right around the 167.27 level. It closed at 166.55 yesterday. So a nice little pop in the GLD, and you're also getting a nice pop in spot gold as well this morning on the back of a weaker U.S. dollar. Let's take a look at oil today. Oil is trading higher by $1.40 a barrel to $87.88. That's on WTI, light sweet crude. That's a pretty robust move. Let's take a look at the USO. USO is also catching a bid here. Yesterday, the USO closed at $31.79. Today, it is trading at $32.21 a share. That's a pretty sizable pop there before in the pre-market to start the day. So, again, dollar down, oil goes up, gold goes up. Both of these commodities will trade inverse to the U.S. dollar, and keep that on watch. Couple of other things to talk about real quick before we look at some stocks out here. You're going to have some economic data out today. So just in about 3 minutes, we're going to have third quarter GDP. Also going to have initial weekly jobless claims. I don't even know how the market's going to react here, but we'll just watch how the dollar trades and how the market plays out. But again, we only care about the reaction. We could care less about the news. Also, you want to watch a little bit later today, I think at 10 o'clock. You have pending home sales for the month of October. And then I think there's some Kansas City Fed manufacturing out at 11 o'clock. But I'm not sure how big of a market mover they could be. But either way, you could see a little gyration in there. But the bottom line is, if you follow the dollar and just watch the dollar closely, the markets will trade inverse to the dollar. And I think that's what you're going to see ultimately. All right, let's get into a couple of other things here. We'll take a look at some stocks in the news today. You do have a few. First, I'm going to start off with Tiffany's. This is the high-end retailer. Again, the stock sold off pretty sharply, but it's bounced back a little bit. I think traders could keep an eye on this one. Around, 56.25 is going to be some support, but that level was breached in the pre-market. So, again, right now that would be some near-term support, 56.25. After this, it would be $54, and then really the next big level would be around the $49.72 level. So, again, we'll see how that plays out. But 56 and a quarter, maybe 56.30, $54 and 54, maybe 54.10, and then really around the 49.85, 49.75 level. Those are going to be your levels for Tiffany. Again, the stock is already bounced up in the pre-market, so I'm not sure exactly where that's going to open. We have over an hour to go before the opening bell. Let's take a look at this RTLX. This stock is being bought out today, I think by NCR. So again, there's nothing to do. If you own this thing by some chance, congratulations. Trail your stop loss. I think the stock may even be halted right now. But again, there's nothing you could do there. It's a takeover, and it's a good one. So again, congratulations. But traders out there, when this thing reopens, do not try to short this because it is a takeover. Another stock in the news today is Guess. Guess is making a nice little move. It closed at 25 and a quarter, trading up around 27. Don't short this one either. I think it's overbought up here. But the problem is well, not the problem, but what they did was they offered a special dividend. So you're seeing more and more of these companies, Las Vegas Sands, yesterday was Costco, more and more companies are offering the special dividend before the end of the year when the Bush tax cuts expire. So again, that's going to keep the stock buoyant at least till the payable date. So again, there's no reason to short it here. You'll be stuck paying that dividend if you're holding it. I mean, for a scalp, I just don't think it's going to go down much. So again, even though it's overbought, normal day we'd probably be looking to take advantage of a short on Guess Jeans, but today we're not going to do that because of the special dividend. So you're going to have to watch the news now why these stocks are going up. Let's take a look at Target. Target had same store sales that were below estimates. Stock got hit pretty hard, went down to 60.50. Now bouncing back up at 61.50. I do have some levels here for Costco. Let me just get them here. Again, you're going to look at if the stock falls. I think there could be some support around this $60 level. Maybe it's a Pierce of $60. Watch that there. 58.74, also a support level. 56.55 and down to 54.35. Okay, so those are your levels for Costco at the moment. From what I could see, I'm not really seeing anything else that's really standing out. But keep that on your radar. Again, you're going to watch that $60 level. Pierce of 60. It probably is 59.85. That is a Pierce of the 200 daily chart moving average. So you got to watch that level. But right now the stock's not neither here nor there. So that would only be if it did sell off. Let's take a look at this Cymer. CYMR is the ticker symbol. That's not the symbol. CYMI. CYMI. There we go. Okay, this one is catching a pretty big bid. This is an all-time high for the stock. So, again, I don't think you want to do much with this one. But I would not be a buyer up here. I don't have a level. I have not had a chance to mathematically figure out where this thing would pause. But I would not be a buyer up here. It's already overbought. It's already extended. Maybe it goes a little bit higher. If I had a level here, I would say you could fade it, but I just don't have a level. So again, it's an all-time high. You got to let this thing play out. But I would not chase it up here. I would not be a buyer up here. I know a lot of traders email me and say, Nick, I jumped in on this, and I just shake my head and wonder why, and then the stock reverses on them. But do not jump in on this. I don't have a shorting level for it, but I would not be a buyer on this one. It's also a very light volume name, so sometimes it can overshoot even higher, but it is already severely overbought, so I wouldn't do anything with this Cymer. I wouldn't short it because I just don't have a level yet. I'd have to work that out mathematically, and that will take some time. But I would not be a buyer up here. So just fair warning, I would not be jumping on this one at the moment. All right, let's take a look at the futures here because it looks like third quarter GDP is out, revised at 2.7%. The markets don't seem to really be reacting in a horrible manner. Again, a little bit of a pullback, but nothing much. Weaker GDP, I don't think is going to do the trick to bring these markets down so much. You also have the weekly jobless claims number out. I don't even know what that one is at all, but either way you slice it or dice it, we'll just see how this market plays out, what it gives us, and take it one step at a time at this stage of the game. All right, everybody, that pretty much wraps it up for me. Have a great trading day, and I will see you all on the charts tomorrow. Take care, everyone.